Welcome to this week's miniature challenge video. This week we're going to use the Holbein palette because it has finally been rounded out and I've finally done the swatch card for it, which of course is not up top. And so I think it'll work pretty well for this week because the theme is lighthouses. And so my plan is to do it all like ink and wash. And so it's going to take a bit longer because I'm going to have to leave the ink to dry. I think it'll look pretty fun. And I also can't believe this is already week 9. 9 of 15. So close to being done. I have enjoyed it, but I'm starting to sort of get a bit tired of different ocean themed ones every week. But the next 3 aren't as ocean themed, and so hopefully that'll help a bit. So let's get into the painting process. Alright, because I don't want to wait for this to dry, we're using this this marker. Purely because I don't want to wait for the other one to dry. I might in later ones, but for this one, I don't feel like it. Alright, let's paint this out. Not with that brush. Not with that brush either. Let's grab this one. Dark blue. Let's do a dark brown door. And then a light up at the top. And let's let it dry. Alright, now that that's all dry, let's pull off the edge paper or the tape. It's called tape. There we go. First one done. Many more left to do. Alright, here's number 2. I will say there's something fun about doing these all in the same, palette, which isn't something I ever normally do. Because it means that I just sort of get to play with color in a different way. Sure, let's stick the lighthouse here. Alright. I think I want to make these ones darker. Just a little bit of black in. Just to like have a bit more going on. And then I need red. Red, we're pretty limited in this palette. I only have one. So I'm just going to keep using the same red. Maybe I want to add one up here. One red. There. This Holbein set is a mixture of their botanicals palette plus some extras that I've thrown in, and so it does present a pretty interesting palette to work from. Not a brush that works for clouds. You never know unless you try. This one's going to be very much the daytime, and so I'm not going to put a light in it. There you go. Nope. There we go. It's really cute. I like these little, like, drawn out ones. I think they're really fun. Alright, number 3. So we need this gray and black mix. I'm of course going to like dab black into in a couple places and just work out. Make it look more stone-ish. Vermilion. Because vermilion is the only red in this palette. We are going to use this yellow for our light. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of gray mixed with some more white. It's sort of foggy. Sort of like confuse those lines. Because we don't want them to be too precise. As you know. Here. Does that convey like scattered light? I don't know. This screws it up. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dry this, and then I'm gonna go through and flick in yellow again. Now that this background has been like confused a little bit. Because the other point of this challenge is not redoing them unless I really, really screw them up. It has been a theme all the way through. So, I actually really like it. I think it conveys like the speckled light being thrown, and like how you'd see light, but you wouldn't necessarily see the exact point of light if it was really, really stormy. And so I'm gonna leave it. I like it. It's sort of great. So, number 3 done. Alright, number 4. We are going to do the same sort of like rocky outcroppy thing with the lighthouse in the middle. You're once again not going to see the top of the lighthouse. We're going to have the door again because I think it's cute. And really, this challenge is mostly about making me happy most of the time. And there's going to be like, add some texture to this rock section. And I just screwed up the short by moving that across the page. Let's move it back that way. Alright. Let's actually this time start with water. We've left water out of the last couple. I actually like movement of the water, and I like the idea with this one, like maybe it was built a bit too low and maybe now they're running into trouble. Maybe this lighthouse is like on its last legs as being a lighthouse because water is about to flood it the next time they have a major storm. this one more red than the others. I just sort of think it fits. And then we're going to go with no. Oops. So let's see how much of this red we can get up. And then let's do the clouds in lavender this time. Again, because it's my challenge and I can do whatever I feel like. So if I want to do like lavender bits, all right. I like this one where the water's like about to come in. You can sort of imagine like on the next high tide it's about to be flooded. Alright, I want to do something similar to one we've already done with the light, but this time I want to try doing it in black. And I don't know how well it's going to work because I don't know how well their white layers over their black. You can sort of imagine that you'd see the top couple stripes. Couldn't really see anything below that. Payne's gray for the water. I don't use Payne's all that often. It's just not my preferred sort of dark color. Oh, maybe I do a mixture of Payne's and the gray for the sky. See how that looks. Maybe we throw in a little bit of black. I think that's it. Because then we can layer white on top. There's only a small line between sort of the water and the sky. Let's let that dry. Alright, that dried almost perfectly. So we're going to go through and add a little bit more black to this for the rocks. And then the first stripe you'd see would be red, because you'd be getting the light off the top. I need to do a fade from red into black. And this one would be darker. This one would be like this burnt color. You're starting to lose some of the color. Line that's going here. Got bright yellow that's going in here. Door. Let's do black. I feel like it would be black. Alright. Brush is as clean as I'm going to get it. And I'm going to flick the opposite way of how I normally flick. Now that I've put the white in, I think I should be able to hit on top with yellow. As long as I am sort of like precise. There. Another week done. Oh, another day done. Not another week. I think we've still got 2 left in this week. I can dream though. Alright. We're gonna use this like gray, rocky sort of color that we created for the last set of rocks. Mostly because I like it. I like its blueness. And we might just drop a little bit of either gray into it. Just to like give it some dimension. And then Vermillion. I want to use raw umber. What color do I want to do the sky? I want to do the sky lavender, but I want to wet it all first. Keep near my desk. I want to wet it all first so that I get some hazier lines. I don't know what's up with this paper today, but I'm getting some quite harsh lines when I try and do the clouds on other sections. Maybe it's just a weird piece that I cut down. And then let's do royal blue, which is their PB6. I can always tell when I added colors to my palette based on what I filmed with them. So clearly this blue was added after I filmed the Which Blues Do I Have video. It was added like 4 days later, but still. It's the newer edition. Alright, let's let that dry. And there it is. I think it's super cute. I'm really actually liking this week's theme of lighthouses. I was a bit nervous, but I'm actually really liking them so far. So let's get this tape off, and then we have one left before the reveal of all 7 together. Alright, for the final day, we have... Let's do another one from this side. Alright, let's continue to use this rock color, mostly because it's almost used up. And that is the fun of custom mixing a specific color for a project. Alright, Alright, and for the sky, let's go with this blue. It's like the overall blue color. And we'll dot something else in as clouds. Yeah, there will be our water level. And what color am I going to dot in as clouds? Maybe just white. It's like grayish white. So rarely do white clouds. Or gray clouds, like they're always colored in some form or another. And let's let that dry. Now that that's dry, we can go in and fill in our water. It's going to be this lovely royal blue again. Just because I like it. I haven't really had the chance to paint with it yet. It only just arrived. I think it's quite lovely. And let's do our door. Let's do it in raw umber again. Our raw umber doors look lovely. And our mirror. I don't think we've actually done a mirror in any of these yet. Really? What's reflecting light is a mirror disc. There's our mirror up top. Let it dry. So, let's get this tape off. There's number 7. It was quite a lot of fun. I do enjoy this challenge. Like, once I get into it, it's just like the thinking about it ahead of time that I don't enjoy. So, there are all 7 days. I think this one and this one might be my favorite. I really like sort of how the light bounces from the lamp at the top. So, I do also sort of have a soft spot for this one, which I'm only now realizing I didn't paint the doorway in for, but it'll be fine. It'll survive. Overall, though, I think it's really cute, and I had quite a lot of fun doing them. So let me know which is your favorite. Are you competing in any of the, completing any of the 100-day challenges? I know one just started up, a whole series of them just started up. And so my feed is absolutely flooded with artist friends doing them. I like that this one started Jan 1. I think it's easier than one that starts in like the middle of February. But let me know if you're participating in one. If not, would you consider doing one? I hadn't in the past until this year, but I'm genuinely enjoying it. And so I think it's something I'm going to keep doing going forward. Because it's fun. It's an interesting way to get out of your head and to just make you be creative every day. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.